Hello, everyone. This is Wicked Fox, and today we need to teach you when to do pressure in trials. So, we need to show you when to push, we need to teach you angles, we need to teach you um, all the little ins and outs, what to do in trials, what to make it easier, things that I'll kind of tell you from seeing other teammates, what they're doing wrong so that you don't make the same mistakes in trials and then make it that much harder for you. So we're going to kind of collaborate all the things that make it more successful and having to change your gameplay because every team is going to be different. But the more I teach people these, like right in that situation, the situation was bad. There was two of them shooting at me. My flinch was outrageous. The angle pushed me out to this side because they were now in that doorway. So they're in that doorway, they're in that doorway, and I got to try to find another angle to get to them. And since I'm using Strand, I can get to point A and point B faster than majority of them. Now I got 2 kills here. Should be a 2-on-1. The other guy should be helping him. They allowed him to get the res, which was the problem. Because now instead of having a 2-on-1, it's now a 2-on-2, and whoever is going to be the best shot, who's going to be better at playing the game, is going to win. It was better for them to push together to kill them one, and it would have been done and over. So if you're if you're ever in that situation, push with your teammate. Don't allow them to die because it's going to make it to where you have to fight next. And you're not going to capture that flag. Okay, I got heavy. They should always push for the heavy. They should never allow me to get this heavy. See how much harder it was for them? Look how far separated they are. They can't get to the revives. They allowed me to get to the heavy. And all I had to do is just be aggressive. And then hopefully my teammates, like what I'm teaching you now, is to push when somebody else pushes. Now we got the advantage. It's a 3-on-2. Okay, so now it's a 2-on-1. We'll get this res. Now we'll all push, hopefully, if they do it right. And it's that much harder for him to shoot at 3 targets instead of just 1. If you were to go in there solo and you lose, he can just do 1 at a time. And if he's a good shooter, it's going to be easy for them to win, and then he's going to get a revive. So now you don't want to be the first one down like that guy did. He was the first one down. It's going to make it that much harder for them to come back. They're going to have to hope for something to change here, and it didn't. When my team came in there and pushed, I was in there with them. He had to now adjust his weapons and try to figure out, okay, who's shooting at me? Who do I got to kill first? And then since I was in there and the other guy had to back off to gain life, well, it was now me, but I'm taking somebody who's already hurt. Now there's the res. I'm putting bullets there because I don't want them to get that res. Until my teams can get out there, I'm putting pressure on them because I don't want them to get that res. Unfortunately, my team member went down. I got the res. They got the res. The team wasn't good enough to help with blocking that, and that's the downfall. We had one guy that was just too passive, not watching anything. It's almost like he's a deer in headlights. He should be pushing on one person. Okay, so this guy's going to push in. I have to decide which one I want to go with. I'm going to go with this guy. See how I came in with an angle? He had to shoot either in front of him or on the side. He had to pick one direction. This guy is all by himself, and he's dead. So they picked on him. Now, it could have been the same way with this guy, because that guy was watching him if I went with the other guy. So you have to pick your angles. That's why if you always stick with at least one person, all three of you guys will be together because you're guarding one person's back. Now, don't get in each other's way. You know, you want to be able to keep a distance. You want to be able to look at your radar. Now, this guy is way too close for me. See how if I wouldn't have looked at the radar, this guy could have killed me. And this guy was just way, way too close to me. Can't move, can't maneuver. Now that he's up, we got to put pressure when we have a teammate up. Press in with him. Now, I'm an aggressive player, so I'm going to get in right in their face because it makes it very difficult for them. But when I'm in their face and then I got teammates in their face, oh, it's really difficult to come back. Okay, there's the heavy. We want that heavy at all costs. Do not want them to ever get that heavy. I'm squatting to take myself off radar. They didn't even try. This guy looks solo, so I'm going to take him first. Took the next one, because they're just one-on-ones. I got heavy. You know, and they should have never allowed that. It became now a one-shot kill for me. Okay, so we got the person down. This is your time to push. When you get one person down, everyone should push inside. Okay, turned out really great. Now, his teammates left. Probably got tired of being too passive. You can't be too passive in trials. So you got to get out of that shell and you got to help your teammates because this trials is about teamwork. Can't be by yourself in this. So I'm still watching the team. I'm zooming out every few seconds because I don't want somebody to sneak up behind me. Now that I got the kill, see, I'm pushing forward. I'm not allowing them to get that res. Okay, my teammates is not pushing. That guy on the flag should be inside, out here with us. Instead, he's over here capturing the flag, and we could have been a 3-on-2 the whole time. So I had to push back, but it would have been way easier to be the 3-on-2 than to be in here, having one guy out there and then losing the fight, and then them all bum rushing inside. So you don't always need to do the objective by catching a flag because it takes too long. So you always want to get the first kill here. You can see that I saw the grenade come running, or throwing, and I ran away, but it still hit me. Okay, I see the radar to the left. It's pinging. We're going to try to team shot this. And we're going to try to get a one-on-one. So I can see he put something on the ground there. Now this is what I didn't want. They need to push. See what happens when they're not pushing? Or they're not being aggressive when someone went down. He could have pushed. And what am I doing? I'm getting the res. And it even helps him that much more to put in bullets in me because I'm doing something else. Okay, I'm zoned out. Nobody's sneaking up on me. Zoned out. I can see the radar. They are coming around the side a little bit. If you don't see, if you're doing a flank and nobody's shooting, then there's no reason to be that. You're not flanking anybody. Because I'm not scoped in. So you gotta think. If I'm not scoped in, I can see radar. So you gotta pick and choose how to approach that and wait. You go when you hear bullets, and then you jump into the gunfight because they're scoped in on somebody else and not seeing you come. Okay, so I got to get my life back. This is where I focus on my teammates to kind of help me. I don't want them to get that heavy, so I got to stay here at all costs. Even if I don't want to be here, I can't let them get that heavy. Okay, so now I'm blocking so the other guy can get the heavy. I'm putting pressure, and thank goodness he came. I would have won that fight, but imagine if you weren't a good player or just an average player, you're waiting for that person to come and help you. So you were taking pressure off him so he can get that heavy, and then he'll be there in a second as soon as he can get to you. But if he never came and he ran to the flag, what good would that do for me? I protected him, but he didn't protect me. So that worked out great. I was very happy about that. Now, he came whipping in with the slide. Okay, we got the one person down. This is where you push. Now, see, that's why I use Strand, is because I need to get there fast. If I'm sniping, I got to get there faster because I'm further away from them. So you got to plan ahead. If you're sniping, well, you're going to be a lot further than all your teammates. So you got to be able to be faster than them. So that way I can get to the point I can still snipe and I can still help them. Okay, heavy's out. Focus on heavy. See, he had a teammate there. He was trying to block it out. I got the heavy. Now I can be aggressive. Mine's a one-shot kill. If I hit you with this, you're dead. And see this guy right here, Pigu. If I got the heavy, I'm strong. Push with me. You should be pretty darn close to me to cover me if anything happens where I got a grenade launcher. If you can push with me and take some of that pressure off, then it would allow me to not die. Where in that situation, since the guy was jumping and I had to make sure I hit it, it was either I don't shoot my gun and he killed me, or I take him out and kill him and we both die. And it didn't matter because, I'm thinking about the game and I'm going, okay, well, if I kill him, I have teammates that are still up. Well, we win the match because there's no more on their team. So you got to think about everything that's going on. Now in trials, I'm always using different weapons. I'm always changing it up. I mean, if you wanted to be really good with a weapon, you should probably just use one weapon, I would have to say, because you can be a perfectionist with one weapon, and, as that saying, you could be good with all weapons, but a master of none. So if you wanted to master something, it's probably best to just stick with one weapon that you like. And then occasionally have to switch depending on the map. Okay, we got the person down. That's what I wanted. Push in. I can see the radar that someone was underneath. He wasn't near his teammates. 2-on-1. We win. He was solo. Made it so much easier for us. 2 versus 1. Take it every time. You saw how I changed it. I was going for I was going for the kill, but because I saw the 1-on-1 and he was flanking in my team, you have to choose the better, which one's going to help you win the game. You don't want him to flank your team. So you take the easiest one and then you come back around. See, he was focused on my teammate. I was focused on him. See how the angle is? I was shooting one area while my teammate was fighting from a different area. We weren't overcrowding, and it allowed me to get an angle, and I wasn't getting flinched. All I had to do is just shoot him. Okay, don't want them to get the heavy. That's why I'm putting pressure. Like, where's my teammates? Where are they? Don't allow them to get the heavy. Look how long that prophet guy is taking, and the guy on the side of me to get to where to stop him. If they got the heavy, they most likely would have won that round. And the other guy did nothing to help. He probably would have rage quit because he's been frustrated, and then he would have frustrated all of us because he allowed something to happen that didn't need to happen. Okay, so I saw the guy come in. He's in our area, so that's why I stopped sniping. And I got to help my teammates and not be back there because they're pushing in too close to my teammates. Now that I see that we got a guy down here. All right, we won. Worked out great. You got to remember, you're protecting a teammate throughout the whole match. You can only pick one person, but if you protect them, it makes it easier because if somebody were to protect you, it makes it easier for you too. So, okay, we got the one kill. We don't want to be standing here and sitting here and doing nothing like this. Now we want to push in, put pressure so that they got to back away from this. It's going to be a 3-on-2. I'm in here. They should be in here with me. Where are my teammates? They're way out there doing nothing. Look how long the flag's going to take. If he were to get the res, see, I mean, you made it to where, what did you do to help? If you would have came in there with me, we would have had that because you would have pressed with me, but you didn't. That's when you got to change things around if they're not working for you because you see that your team's not doing what you need them to do. And then if you know that your team is not playing the way that they should, then you have to change it to match. Even if you don't like it, change it to their style. But that's why I'm trying to teach you guys today, because you can make it so much easier to win these games, and then it won't be this frustrating. See how I have to be so standoffish because the team that I'm with is so slow to get to anything that I have to wait it out with them, and I can't be aggressive, and I can't get those kills because they won't allow me to, because if I go in there and die, they're not good enough to stand on their own. Okay, I got the kill. All I can do is just focus here and wait for him to go in. Okay, got the kill again. I got to push in. Don't allow them to get the res. See how both of us are in there? We have the better chance. We lost a round. Unfortunately, I had to think, that could have been partially on my fault because I wanted to get that kill when he was going for the res because I saw the res coming. I could see him resonate at that time, and I knew I could get the kill. But it's one of those things, if I would let him get the res, it could be the same outcome. I chose the best of what I thought would be better by keeping that guy down and then joining in on the fight because I knew it was a fast kill. And as soon as I got that kill, I could run in there. But unfortunately, we lost it. He had the better positioning, and fortunately, it happens. You're not going to win every match, but if you follow my guidelines, you'll win way more matches. Okay, here's the heavy. Don't let them get this heavy. They're not even trying to get the heavy. Makes it so much easier for me. Now look at this. It's like I have this flying shotgun. I can just one-shot you. I can sit here and get the reds. Look at that. One shot, he's gone. I can be aggressive. What's he going to do with mine? One shot, gone. Why? Because they didn't even try to get the heavy. Heavy is very important. Do not let them get it. See, this is my speed right there. I get first to the attack point where I get to see them setting up first. Okay, nothing was there. Inch your way closer and closer to them as a team, not by yourself. Now they just gave up. There's, they just lost all hope. That's sad that sometimes the mismatch of a team. You know, you put all the bad players on one team, and I mean they got flawless people there. It's just they just did not play together. They play separate, and we're playing together, or at least I'm trying to make it that way. Okay, there's the shot. Push in, little at a time, little at a time. Get the angles. This is a different angle. I'm wounded. Stand off just a little bit. The team pushed in together. They were getting hit. When you have three people coming in, everybody's doing damage. I mean, your death just comes so easily because it's like everybody's blasting into everybody, and then before you know it, it just took one bullet to kill them. That's why you pushed in as a teammate. I pushed in, and I'm glad they pushed in with me. This guy came in solo. There's the heavy. We got the heavy. Now I can be as aggressive as I want. I mean, what's he going to do? I have to shoot him one time. He's got to shoot me with like a perfect shot. Good job on their team. Okay, we got the fast kill. I got to wait for my teammate to get closer out there so that I know that I can push. Use your little agility. My team never went in here to help protect that from being rezzed. Now we had to kill him twice. Now I'm shooting him in the back. So that way all he had to do is pretty much put one bullet in him. I did all the damage, so... But all he had to do is put one damage into him. Okay. Since we're over here, he doesn't need to be over there. That guy should have been closer to where we can all team shot him, but he's too far away. That's what you don't do. Don't be that far away from your teammates where you can't do the 3-on-1. Okay, I'm watching my radar, seeing how red it gets. The redder it gets, closer he is. I'll use my dodge. I don't want him to get that res. I use my clone as... Oh, well, he shot it. But I was using that clone as a protection. He's got to come and push me. And I'm capturing the flag. All I had to do was wait for him. You can see your radar. You can see where the redness is. See how you can tell he's a little bit more of a distance away. The other guy's inside. There's no way for me to get to him. He's too far in there. So all I can do is be here and hopefully... At least that guy had a well. But they came in as a team. and I had to focus on which one I wanted to kill. So they did the right thing. Since my teammate went inside and died way inside, it was a 3-on-2 the whole match. So it just made it that much harder. So we gotta try to capture that flag. All right. Use my super. My super wins. It's nothing you get really done with that. But see how easy it is by watching the video and seeing what I'm doing. And if you could do the same thing that I'm doing, even I'm playing solo. But see how you can kind of be in the mind of somebody, what they're doing, and then see I got a teammate that it took him forever to get in here. But see how we double teamed the same guy. Now it's 3-on-1. What is he gonna do? We're pushing all on the same guy. Look at that. What is he supposed to do? We're inching and closer and closer as a team. 3 guns that take 1 bullet each to kill him. All we have to do is all 3 shoot him at the same time, and it'd be like a 1-shot kill. Okay, here's heavy. Now we have the leverage. I got the heavy. I can be aggressive. Teams should push with me. Well, I only got 1 guy left. But push in with me. Just in case I died. Can happen, but 99% of the time it's not going to happen. Not when I got this grenade launcher. Now this is a lane. See how you see me up here? This is a lane where people got to come in and approach. All they had to do is wait for one of them to come through. This is what I didn't want to happen. Okay, now it's 1-on-1, but I got to get life back. So I got to do what I can by watching the radar. And my life hadn't gone back up yet. And that was just unfortunate. Sometimes that happens. That's why they say play your life. If you don't go down, even if he wasn't shooting anybody, but his radar pings in there would protect me because he can't push. See, I'm running away now because I got wounded and I'm no good dead. Now it's gonna be a 3-on-1 here, and this is gonna be hard, so I gotta get the person up. Not much I can do here. And he's got super, and he should have had everybody pushing, not just him. He did have super, but see how the matchup made it that much harder? If you die first, then they all push in, and then that wipes your team. See, I can't shoot with this guy's head in my way. Now I got to do all my abilities here, trying to figure out, because my life is lower than his, I got to out-juke him. The guy that died in here alone, and none of his teammates can get to him. You can see shadows on the wall. You saw that he jumped up there. This guy snuck in because I wasn't paying attention to the radar. I'm fast. See how fast I come in? Because I'm using my abilities to be fast. Look at where my teammate is. They're way, way out there. It could have been like a 3-on-1, but It was just a one-on-one the whole match because they didn't push. How many people does it take to capture a flag? If you're capturing that flag, I mean, do you need two people on it? You got to think about that kind of stuff because if one person's capturing it, they need somebody protecting them. Now, see how I fought the guy that would have stopped the res so that my teammate can get up. Now we're all together. Okay, you only need one person on the flag. If he's staying on the flag, then, you know, then just, you know, go do something to protect him. You know, you don't need three people on a flag, so you can come in and, you know, surprise all three of you and then get on the flag, stop them from coming in there and getting on that flag. There's heavy again. Don't let them get this heavy. See, that's team shooting right there. I only had to hit him one bullet because my team hit him each in one bullet. I got heavy now. What's he supposed to do? One shot kill. Boom. They allowed to get the heavy because they didn't push as a team. They did you know, one person goes out there, kill him. Next person goes out there. They were just doing one at a time. And then they were already losing on the stat card because instead of having three people, you got two people, and then you got one person, and then it's just by yourself. So it's a team effort. See how I slid out here? Kind of like how you saw some of the other ones. We slid out here so that we can see those snipers. See that little red dot? That lets you know there's sniping out there, so you don't put your head out there. See, he's trying to get the res. As long as you do damage, he can't get that res. You don't want to be too close to where you're in shotgun range. This guy came late to the party. Instead of being a 2-on-1, he allowed somebody who's a better player to fight the one-on-one battles and then regroup and then fight the one-on-one again. Okay, so this is where I'm watching the radars and I'm hoping the teammates are watching my back. They let me get some life back so that I don't just go run out there and die and then leave them stranded. Now we want to break the shield. Okay, now we got the advantage. They got to push in here to get to us. I don't have to go in there. My teammate went in there. But look at it, it's team shots. We're now two people laying into somebody. The chances are on our side. All right, we got the first kill. Now I'm waiting for my teammates. Come on, we got to push. There's a guy there. Now I can't push because I'm wounded. But see, my teammates don't want to push. And then if I go out there and die and don't take the right approach, what good is it? Because now I'm going to be over there. See, now we're by ourselves. Well, we weren't by ourselves, but it was just a strand guy. But you see how if we were aggressive, we could have all pushed because there was more people to push against their team. There's more of us than there is of them. But we allowed them to regroup and take out one person to even the odds. See how we didn't push as a team? We didn't push two at a time. We push one at a time. One at a time, and then they took us out one at a time. Got to push exactly together. You're a synchronized team. That's the difference. Okay, so now I got a teammate in here that died, which now leaves it a 2-on-1 for me. I got to now figure out how to win against, 3 people. I at least got the res. I got to help my teammate as best I can. Their teammate is too scared to even come in here, and he procrastinated so much to where we could just regain the positioning. That's why you come in as a team equally together, and that would help you win in trials.